Welcome back to another Crown Racing Co video. In this video, we're going to be installing a CageKits FD spec roll cage in my 2003 Mustang. If you guys are new to the channel, this is my drift car and it has a 351 Windsor engine installed. This has been a long time coming. I've had this car, this is my first car since I was 16. I've been using it as a track car, drift car for probably what, 4 years now?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
4 or 5 years drifting without a cage, so it's finally time to check this off the list. Most of the interior is completely stripped already at this point. Look at how much came out of the car.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap. And this carpet is in bad shape.
Dude, I installed these speakers when I was in high school, the Pioneers.
Yeah, junk.
Good memories.
What's that on the carpet there?
I don't know what's on the carpet there.
Jesus, dude. So crack the door. Let's take a look inside this thing.
So like I was saying, I got most of the interior stripped already.
And today we got to do the dash, the steering wheel, and the headliner. And the door cards, it looks like.
Now let me show you the cage I decided to buy. So the cage we did 2 years ago in Steve's car was from
Let's go take a quick look.
Yeah.
Marcus got a similar cage. We did the NASCAR style door bars. It's a 6-point cage. And we got an X in the back and a harness bar, right? A little hard to see. So we're gonna do something very similar in Mark's car.
Yeah, so we installed this cage 2 years ago and me and Steve were both really impressed with the pre-bent CNC notched cage that made assembly way easier. So of course when it was my turn, I decided to buy CageKits roll cage as well. So the last part that we need to talk about with this cage is I ended up doing the door bars, but I bought the specific kit that allows me to keep my windows.
Same with the vet.
So these door bars are gonna step out a little bit, but not enough where I need to remove the windows and switch to Lexan glass.
A lot of work to do here.
Yeah, doing a cage is no joke. It's a pretty serious mod, so. We have some awesome racing seat upgrades that are gonna go along with this mod that's gonna tie everything together. It's gonna be perfect. So as you guys can see, you got base plates in, front base plate, center base plate.
Yep.
And then we got the base plates in the back around the rear shock towers. So let's take you over to our diagram over here.
Oh, nice. There's a diagram?
So me and Steve are gonna go for the ratchet strap method and drop the cage down so we can weld all the top points. So all we're gonna do right now for the cage is main hoop, main bars, over the top, diagonal, top support, diagonal, and then we're gonna suck the cage in, drop it down, and weld all 4 corners of the top of the cage first, where all the tubes join with each other, they're laser etched. So as long as you do everything in order, this makes the skill level of doing a roll cage go from here to here.
Yeah, and the ends of the tube are cut so beautifully.
Easy.
They fit right together like Legos. For it. Wait, Mark, bad angle. I had a bad angle.
The cage is now resting on the floor here. So we ratchet strapped the front and got it off the base plates. And now you can see I have a ton of access to weld the top of the cage.
Yep, even here in the front too. So you got more welding to do.
Which is exciting because I was able to keep the windshield in. We weren't sure if I was gonna have to pull this out or not. It looks like you can leave it in if you want to. So I'm gonna get that stuff welded and then we'll put the cage back where it was sitting and finish off the door bars and X.
You have started the painting process.
Yes, I have.
And the color is out. It's white. It's gloss white. Everyone knows now.
Yep, decided to go with gloss white, so here we are.
It's gonna look really good in this car.
It's a very tedious process. Try not to get paint everywhere.
Yep, so you chose to brush it.
Impossible.
Brush paint it just like I did. It's just less messier, no overspray.
All right, so we had to cut a lot off of the dash, to be honest with you.
Take us through it really quick.
Yeah, let me show you. Here's what we did. So obviously you can see the stock dash used to have a vent right here to defrost the driver's side window. So we cut from that vent this way, and then we did a cut into the dash in the back over here. From the width of where the cage is now, we had to cut 2 inches off of both sides, structure on both sides of the dash, but we've removed more than 2 inches on the foam because you have to like install the dash like this, like a sweeping motion. You can't just go for it straight. So the main modification, as you can see on the passenger side, almost all of the structure is gone.
Yep.
So we left the center structure. And then shout out to Ford. I don't know why you did this, Ford, but the steering column and support is a part of the dash. Unlike Steve's Corvette, the steering system was a part of the car, not the dash. So anything I removed, I had to add more structure, which is why I had the welder out and stuff like that.
And we will probably have to brace the dash to the car, to the cage. We're gonna have to, so.
So we have a couple more finishing touches as well, as we're gonna add a quick disconnect steering wheel and a racing seat, and I'm super excited about these 2 parts, so let me show you outside of the car. So for a steering wheel, we ended up going with a Grip Royal steering wheel, specifically the Drift Mansion brand for it.
Had to rep our boys at Drift Mansion, and we'll be back there in 2 weeks.
Yep. So the reason I went with Detroit Drift Co. and adding the spline adapter to the steering column is for one major reason. If you do any of the other steering wheel adapters, the stock column is actually a square spline. So when you do the Detroit Drift Co., they give you a spline adapter that goes to the square shape. That way I can take my wheel any way I want, and I don't have to adjust toe on the car.
Looks amazing.
So we're gonna install the seat in the car, and then we're gonna start the car for the first time since I brought it in here and we started installing the roll cage.
Yep, and you got a super baller carbon fiber backed halo seat to go in the Mustang.
Yeah, so this is a used OMP. The model is an HGT racing seat. Obviously Steve said it's a halo seat already. Super nice. You can see it's a carbon fiber fixed back seat.
So slick.
It's super light. Really the most weight that's being added right now is the planted bracket on the back. And this is gonna be the perfect final touch to this upgrade.
Oh, just hit the cage. Again. Gotta love when you take something apart and it goes back together the same way, huh?
So this is my first time trying the windows. Let's see, look at the locks.
That'll do, that'll do. Oh, there we go. we're back.
Let's go, dude. It's still not too far off the deep end, or
Oh, it's completely off the deep end,
Off
Mark.
the deep
This
end.
is straight up as off the deep end
As
as
it
it gets. Yeah. You go ahead and get pulled over with this car, and I'm sure the cop won't have any questions. Absolutely not off the deep end. Nope.
And with that said, thank you guys for watching the video and supporting Crown Racing Co. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. This is where we started.
We're done, baby. In the trash.
This is where we ended.
In the trash. We're done. Yep. Nice work.